King Cutter Empire back at you. I didn't watch this podcast, but I'm going to do a reaction to it while watching it with you, okay? This is The Truth After Dark with Paul, Pierce, and Azar. And they dealing with Instagram, dating, useless man, and being the side piece. But let me start playing this.
You've been stepping your game all the way up.
Okay, thank
What you got going on? What you got going on?
What you mean? What do I have going on?
What's what's the motivation behind? I mean, I feel like you done went from
From what?
the penthouse to Mount Olympus.
I'm crying.
Man.
What's the motivation? It's just, you had me on here telling me I was cooked every day. So I had to remind a mother that, cooked food is good too, baby. Get into that.
All right, let's get
Older
to it.
women is hitting too,
Fellas,
honey.
Older women.
At the core of a lot of these modern day women, in their heart, you have to understand that they are insecure. I don't care what they tell you. I don't care what words are coming out of their mouth. I don't care. It's very important for you to understand this. See, when you get to the place where you realize that women are insecure, a vast majority in this society, you'll be able to properly and appropriately deal with them. Women are insecure. Why you think they run to social media to get attention and validation? Because they're not happy with themselves, no matter what they tell you. They're not truly happy with themselves. So what they need to do is get other people to like them, get other people to follow them, get other people to validate what they are doing or what they're not doing, how they look or how they don't look, in order to feel good about themselves. And this is a prime example coming from Azar. Even though in my personal opinion, she's a beautiful looking woman, she curvy and whatnot, but she still is moved by what people say or what people don't say. She's still moved by the feelings and opinions of others, which let you know she's not totally secure with who she is or how she look. And like I said, this is the vast majority of women in this society.
Man, this is older women season.
I'm not an older woman, so I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it is older women season
I'm
because
34.
summer is over. So now everybody cuddling it up with the older women.
Who is the older women?
You said
I'm 34, honey.
That's older.
I feel like I'm older than most younger people.
It's cuddle season
But I'm not
right
an
now.
older woman.
It's cuddle season. It's getting cold
A
outside.
lot of women,
it's raining.
especially here in America, they fear embracing getting older. They fear that. They fear the ideology of not being in their 20s no more. Even though they probably try to project to you that they are that they got this going for themselves, but the reality of the matter is getting in their 30s is a fearful thing for them, because they, according to Mother Nature, know that biological clock is sitting in. They're getting ready to head towards that wall. Okay? And so this is what a lot of women do. In their 30s, their mid-30s, and their 40s, they try to continue to dress young, talk young, behave like they're young, because they're afraid of, hitting that wall. And this is a sad reality. Sad reality. Because by then, when you get in your 30s, you should already be locked down by somebody. You should already be taken off the market. Okay? So when women in their 30s and in their 40s, they behave just like Azar. They're always trying to convince the world, which in actuality, they're trying to convince themselves that they are now older. But I tell y'all time and time again, I'm an advocate for the scripture. When you get in your 30s and your 40s, you are considered an old maid. You are considered an old maid, because what's going on internally with your body as it relates to producing offsprings, you get into that danger zone. And when you get into that danger zone, you miss your opportunity. And a lot of women miss their opportunity, not only to be a wife, but to be a mother. And it's a sad reality. All right?
Everybody looking to cuddle up.
Everybody's looking to boo up.
Yeah, all them short shorts that's good to go. They in the closet till the spring.
Yeah.
All them little skirts is gone
Everybody's
now.
booed
Everybody
up.
can't wear them skirts, and now they got to
that.
put something on. It's like, ooh.
The boo up is right. I've been booed up, baby. So
Everybody
anyways,
looking for something extra thick too.
not the extra thick. The 280.
Extra thick.
The 280.
This is extra thick season.
You got to be something to do something.
Extra thick. Extra thick season. Hey, it's cold outside. I'm telling you.
This is crazy.
And he's speaking from a man standpoint. The extra thick mean a woman that's thick, and you know she thick, she gonna be cooking. So you see a lot of simps during this time, especially in the Midwest and on the East Side when winter hit. You see a lot of guys really going into relationship mode because they know it's winter and women ain't too much outside being 3 or 4s being dots because it's too cold out. Okay, it's too cold out, so they find somebody they can deal with through the winter, and when spring roll around, then everybody pretty much back to their own bullshit.
Anyways,
Let's
so
get it.
Summer Walker, let's just get into Summer Walker. She was I guess messing with Rich the Kid, and she basically he released a voice note of her basically saying like, I don't care if you have a girl, it doesn't matter to me. Like, get me a separate phone, call me on that phone, and I'll be your side chick. Like, whatever. And then
Wait, what? They got something going?
well, that's what she was saying. Like, I don't care. And then she said that she basically is like, I'm over it because your girl be tripping. Like, she be fighting people, showing up places, going to the flower delivery shop, seeing what's up, doing this. And she's like, how am I supposed to have a good relationship with somebody with that going on?
Well, first of all, if you the side piece, first off, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Lord.
Like, know your place.
Well, that's what she's saying. She's knowing her place, saying like, I won't
If
say
she
now
knew
she
her
aired
place, it shouldn't have been no problem. If a guy is dealing with a woman as a side piece, and I quote the scripture as a concubine, a certain level of a concubine, no one else should know it. No one else should know it unless the man is being sloppy. And a lot of times, guys who have women on the side, they are too sloppy. And this woman was trying to tell this man, listen, give me your phone. It can be a burner. Just do things the right way so that you don't have me in mess. I'm willing to be your concubine, but let's do this the right way. But, go beyond the surface. If his woman knew, it had to be because he was sloppy or because she was doing some stuff trying to either take the woman's spot or just keeping up the drama herself because she wanted the relationship to go soft. See, a lot of guys, you have to understand, when you got a woman on the side, 2 days always going to happen. The first and foremost thing, if that woman really into you, she emotionally attached to you, she want to be your wife. So you find yourself getting in trouble with your main woman because she want to take your main woman's spot. This is what a lot of you guys don't understand it. And you got so many simps and women out here that pride themselves on women cheat better. No, women don't cheat better. I said this before. Women don't cheat better. Men get caught because the woman want to take the main woman's spot, so she act up. That's why he get caught in a lot of instances, okay? But number two, the reason why a lot of time men get caught is the woman that's on the side, she don't want to be your side chick no more. So she start acting up so she can break off the relationship with you because she already done found somebody else that's willing to put her in the main position. Okay? So these the main two elements why side pieces go wrong. Number one, they either want to take your main woman's spot, or number two, she found somebody else that's willing to put her in the main spot, so she act up and do things to get you caught because she wants the relationship with you to have a breakdown so she can go on and be with the other person that's going to put her in the main spot. Come on, guys. You got to realize this and understand this.
Hang out, like, don't air it. Why you airing stuff out? Why you?
Because this is what happens with a side chick, in my opinion.
You got to understand the consequences of that.
Yeah, so the girl is
man
always
gonna
gonna
find
come out.
She might call you, have a conversation. Y'all might even meet up. it might be a situation to where I don't know some cats that say, hold on, y'all want to talk, y'all want to see why it is the way it is. So like, you can't be out here and see, this is the culture we live in and the era and the generation we live in to where everybody got to do stuff over social media. Like, nah, let me tell you what the old school side pieces wasn't blasting you like that.
You know about that?
Not like that to where the world know. It was like local.
Right.
It was like show up at the church. Like, hey, I got your baby. Something like that.
See, there's level to side pieces. See, a lot of time, you fellas, you put 304s, you put whores in a position of a side piece. Understand, a 304, a whore, that's all she is good for. You getting your rocks off. You should never put a 304 in a position to be a side piece or a concubine to you. A woman that's put in a side piece position or in a concubine position should be a woman that is fit to be a wife, just in case your main woman have a breakdown with you. I shouldn't have to give you a game. This is stuff you should know. When you put a woman in the position of a side piece or a concubine, that's somebody that really love you. That's somebody that really care for you. But you guys, you are putting whores, 304s, Tatianas in a side piece position, and they are not good for that. They always gonna mess things up for you because they don't know how to conduct themselves. They don't have the qualities and the characteristics of a wife. Okay, that's why when you go look at grand dating, or like they like to say big dating back in the day with your family, you look at the people that he had on the side. He had wives on the side. It was literal wives that was his side piece. That's why you never knew he had a family on the other side of the town. That's why you never knew this person that you was really going to school with was some kin to you, because they knew how to keep things quiet. That side piece, that concubine, that wife really loved Pawpaw. Okay. And because she really loved Pawpaw, she kept things quiet. She kept things in a pleasant way. That's not to say she didn't deal with issues. She didn't deal with trouble. That's not to say she didn't get in her feelings and her emotions, but she was able to control it to the extent that it didn't mess up what Pawpaw had going on. Okay? So that's the difference between side pieces in bygone days in the 60s and 70s and side pieces today. Granddaddy, Pawpaw and them, they put women who was fit or built to be wise in a side piece position because they knew this woman loved me. And because she loved me, she's not going to do anything to see me harm. She's not going to do anything to hurt me. She's not going to do anything to have me in a bad disposition because she loved me. But you guys, you put women in the side piece role or the concubine role that don't love you. All they want is something out of you, which most of the time is money or resources. Okay?
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Well, they got blasted still. The thing about it is now everything is on the internet. You have to be careful. But another thing is like when you mess with a side chick, eventually someone's feelings is going to go crazy. As a woman, you're a woman. You're not meant for that. So eventually you're going to feel emotional and this is going to happen. And they are like, women always say, oh, I'm cool with it or whatever. And then as soon as they're not cool with it, now everything is blasted out. You agreed upon the situation, but now all my business aired out.
Are not meant to be side pieces. That's a caveat. That's a caveat to that statement. And what I mean by this, listen, a woman is not meant to be a side piece if she's a virgin. See, let's deal with this at heart. If she's a virgin, she ought to be taken off of the market. And that ought to be your main woman. Okay? But if she have been ran through, if she have multiple partners, yes, she is meant to be a side piece. I know a lot of you guys going to get mad at that. Okay? I know a lot of you guys going to get upset with that. I know a lot of you guys are not going to agree with this. But I have to be an advocate for the scriptures. Okay? So if she done had more than one person in her, damn it, she already is a side piece. So yes, she's meant to be a side piece. The only woman that ain't meant to be a side piece is a woman who only been with one man. Okay? But everybody else, if you done had multiple digging sticks in you. Guys, you have to understand that if she done have multiple digging sticks in her, she have already been a side chick.
You know, in the great words of Paul Pierce.
No. Use your words.
No, you said
Nope,
that
use your words.
side pieces save marriages, but I can't
I didn't
tell,
say
honey.
that. I didn't say that.
You have a whole viral clip that says that.
I didn't say that.
You said you're homeboy.
I never said that.
Please, all I'm asking is please, Darnell, put in the part where
I
he
never
says
said
that
that.
right here. I'm so serious because I really want to show everyone how Paul just be backtracking on everything he says.
I don't remember ever saying that.
This is crazy. Like,
And a lot of guys do got that mindset
He's
saying, well, you know, the reason why I was able to go home and deal with my woman or my wife because my side chick, she make me happy. She do this, so it make it easy for me to go home. Listen, that's a weak man mentality. That's a weak man mentality. In fact, that's a feminine mentality. See, a lot of you guys, you don't understand a simp. Hear me out. A simp is really a female in a man's body. Okay, somebody that's emotional, driven by the feminine principle. All right, so that's weak talk. Okay, you don't need no side chick in order to feel good at home. The reason why you don't feel good at home because you're not a man or you're not doing things in a masculine way.
Hey, come on.
They make
That's why
me
I
feel
said say your
delusional.
words. You can't.
No, because I'm saying that.
I've been married. You haven't been married. I've had a girlfriend and everything. And the one conversation I was having with a dude was side piece.
Okay.
Side piece conversation. He was like, P, man, my side piece kept my relationship going longer than I wanted it to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was ready to break up with her. But if I didn't have my side piece, I would have divorced her a long time ago. Mm-hmm. So in asking y'all on Truth After Dark, as men, like, I know this ain't right, but do side pieces keep a relationship going longer than it should be?
Again, that's a weak man
Because,
mentality.
you
I
know,
know a lot of you guys gonna say, yeah, I feel that. That is true. No. A relationship should last because that's a decision of you. If you need something to help you in your relationship and doing in your relationship, that is a character flaw within you as a man. My relationships last because that's a decision on me, not because I got a side piece or I have a concubine across. No. I don't need no woman to make me feel happy with the woman at home. If I'm not happy with the woman at home, then she got to go. If she's not making me happy, she got to go. As simple as that. So that's a character flaw. That's a weakness that a lot of men have, okay?
Personally will never be anybody's side chick at all because I'm not meant to play the side. I'm really the main person, the main course. I'm the main attraction. There is nothing that you need. I'm the fried chicken, the mac and cheese,
And again,
the yams,
she
the
said she's not
screens.
meant to be nobody's side piece. But the reality of the matter is you have been somebody's side piece because you're single. You're single. You talk about you meant to be the main dish. No, you're not meant to be the main dish because you're not a virgin. Many people done had you. And if you follow the Truth After Dark podcast, she has spoke about different relationships she done been in. So, you know, it all sounds fine and dandy. A lot of women talk like that, and especially women who done been ran through and they try to change their life around. I'm this and I'm that. I'm not meant to be on the side, this and that. But you have been somebody's side chick already. You have already been somebody's side chick. Okay? And I want you guys, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that if you find a good woman, even though she's not a virgin, and you want to put her in the main position and you want to marry her according to this matrix system, then by all means do so. That's your prerogative. But I want to give y'all the truth. I want to give y'all true understanding, true insight. These women that claiming that they're the main dish, they are nothing but side pieces at heart, okay?
everything, baby. And that's just it. Like, you don't need no extra sides because dealing with me is already a lot. You don't need to be dealing with nobody else. You need something. You need another girl. I'm going to change my hair for you. You need another look. Okay, cool. Let me switch up the look, baby. I look different for you tonight. What you need? Like, we're not doing that. And I promise you, let a man have a side. Let anybody have a side chick on me.
So you said you the turkey dressing, mac greens, but what if he want like some sweet potato pie?
Okay, I got you, baby. What you mean?
The sweet potato pie is after the main course, though.
And I got something for that too. Don't even trip. I got something. Let me tell you something. I got it. I got it.
Okay.
I promise you I got it.
She said, I promise.
You just got to let me know, and I got it. You just got to say the word.
She advertising right now.
No, I'm not advertising.
Damn.
Listen, Paul Pierce.
I'm not advertising.
No matter how much they try to hide it, in my personal opinion, they dealing with each other. So that's why it got to Paul Pierce a little bit. He's saying, damn, she advertising because he know behind closed doors, behind the scenes, they really dealing with each other. And so he not liking that she advertising all that.
Off the market, and I'm not to be advertised, honey. So
anyways,
like moving forward, so women, there's a woman on Instagram, she went viral for saying that men are becoming too content with being useless. They don't know how to fix things anymore. They don't know how to build nothing. They don't know how to pay for nothing. They don't know how to plan dates. Why are women even messing with men?
I told y'all before, women content creators, they are the worst. They are the worst. You have a few of them out here that doing their things, and I talked about it on some of my other videos on this channel, but women content creators, they are the worst. Now listen to what she said. She said women out here saying man is useless because they don't do this no more. They don't build. They don't know how to fix this. But a man that know how to do all that, he's masculine. He know how to build. He know how to fix things. He have plan dates. This type of man, women don't want. They don't want. They don't want it all. They see that type of man as somebody lame. Somebody that's not, on their level. He's a square. Even though he could be making six figures, he know how to build, right? He know how to fix things, but because he's not out there in the limelight the way women want, he don't party, he don't club, that type of man women don't want. They don't want. So you got to understand women speak a lot like the old serpent of old. They say one thing out of their mouth and do something totally different. Okay?
That a study shows that the younger generation not wanting marriage from 1993 to today, women are 22% down. Like it decreased 22% that women don't want to be married and only 2% for men. Meaning men are still cool being married. Only 2% of men said no from 1993, but 22% of women are like, nah, I'm cool on marriage now.
See, a lot of these women have to say that they are cool on marriage because they know a lot of men is not going to marry them. They know they done missed their chance. They know they done been rotted out. They know that they done been ran through. So the likelihood of somebody coming and signing a Babylonian contract with them is least to none. Okay? So when they do these surveys, a lot of women, I don't want marriage no more because they only speaking out of their disposition. They know no man is going to take them serious. No man is going to put a ring on their finger. No man is going to sign a contract with them. So now they have to tell themselves because this dynamic within relationship is so messed up and men have began to listen to other content creators and they have knowledge and they have the game. So they like, no, we're not going for it. So now women is telling themselves, no, we don't want to be married no more because they only reacting to the reality of their own actions.
Are starting to feel like, man, what are the use for y'all? Y'all can't build like back in the day, like men are fixing your tire, they're changing something, they're coming in, they're building something, they're fixing the air conditioner. Now the younger generation of men, they don't know how to fix nothing or do nothing, or that's what the women are saying.
It's lies.
It's like, why am I even with
lies.
you?
See, women, let me let this play.
Damn. We don't know. Like I don't relate to this, and I believe that to be true though. Because you got to understand we don't even teach that no more to our youngest no more, truthfully. Like I was telling you earlier, I had wood shop, I had tech shop, I had auto shop in high school.
Yeah.
Those classes is no longer in the school. So now it's more what the kids do know, the kids are smarter.
Yeah, the kids are very advanced. They're very advanced.
They're smarter,
See,
and it's kids
the
out here.
kids today are not smarter. They are more technical suave, okay? And because you know how to deal with the technical side of things, or technology doesn't make you more smarter. You're just more adept to that reality of society and where it's going when all the technology, AI, all that crap. But the kids are not smarter. They're not smarter at all. And the reason why I say they are not smarter at all, because they are coming from, and I hate to say this, and please don't get mad at me, but we have to deal with the truth. They are coming from dumb parents. Dumb parents. Okay? Yeah, they may get an education. They may know about technology. But if you look at how the young move today, the average young person move today, they don't move in a smart way at all. At all. They don't behave in a smart way. And they damn sure is not wise. Not wise at all. Okay?
Becoming millionaires
Yeah.
without going to school.
Yeah.
They understand the social media game. They understand the
Yeah,
tech
they understand
world.
all that.
They
But they
understand
missing social, skills. They don't know how to be friends. They don't know nothing about loyalty. They don't know nothing about building. They don't know nothing about legacy. They don't know nothing about real life, because this age is the social media age. It's the technology age. So they coming up in that age. They are very adept to that age. Okay. All right. They know how to maneuver in that age. And when you know how to maneuver that age, it's easy to become rich when you know the ins and out of social media. When you know the ins and out of marketing with technology and social media, is easier. So, but the failure comes from parents. The failure comes from parents. See, I got a son that's in high school, right? My son know how to change brakes. My son know how to do certain things on a car because I showed him. My kid know how to remodel a house if need be, because this is what I showed them. My daddy showed me, and I made sure I showed them. I understood that it was more to life than basketball. It's more to life than music. It's more to life than the Hollywood and all that. No, you have to sit your kids down and actually show them skills, help them build skills, help them to build talents. You understand that? Until parents get back to the place where they say it's more to life than social media, it's more to life than sports, it's more to life than entertainment. Let me sit you down and teach you a skill. Then the children will be more skilled today instead of just being all consumed with technology.
Or they're getting smarter. So maybe that says something about men and not women. Maybe men are smartening up.
Well, I would say this.
And we don't have to be less handy, because if men making more money, they can pay people to do that.
That's true. But I will say that the newer generation lacks the basic social skills.
Just like I said,
they have that anxiety if they don't have their phone.
Kids they don't know nothing about social skills. They don't know nothing about building at all. The problem is they don't know how to walk in their phone. And see, you parents, you need to start telling your kids, put the phone down, read. I tell my kids, listen, do a week, you're not on your phone. You're not on your phone. I want you reading books. And I got some kids that's really smart when it comes to, I say smart, because there's a difference between being wise and being smart. Being smart is something that's learned. Being wise, that comes from above, that comes from the scriptures, that comes from the Most High. So having wisdom and being smart is something totally different. You can be smart by learning from somebody else's experience. You understand that? But when you're wise, you're not going to do that. You don't need nobody to teach you that. You become smart. You become smart by learning from your own experience. But when you're wise, you don't say, let me learn on my own. No, I don't need to learn on my own. You said this is not going to work. Then yeah, I'm being wise. I'm accept that. That's the difference between wisdom and being smart. Smart is something learned. Wisdom is something that's given to you. Okay.
Room and have a
Right.
conversation. They lack that because they're so into the
don't
internet. They have
need
an
it no
internet
more.
personality.
They don't need that no
you
more.
need that though.
What you don't know, you don't, because I can have a meeting over my phone now.
Yeah,
I can
you
go
can.
to work from the house.
You can, but it's sad because it's like
It
we're
is
so
sad.
connected, but we're more disconnected than we ever been.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like everyone's connected on social media and all of this, but there's so many people saying that they're alone and they're disconnected, and it's more lonely than ever right now. You know, because people are not congregating, they're not having little close friends and family get-togethers anymore. Not the younger generation are not doing those things anymore. You know, so it's like they're not into that. It's more say everything is online, streaming this, everything is a show. And when it comes to real life, you meet some of those people behind those screens that have the biggest personalities. They're very awkward. And it's like, you don't even know how to talk to nobody. Like you don't know how to have a conversation. You have social anxiety. You can't move around. Like it's just weird. It's like, I don't like
you know
that.
what this generation
It's weird
ain't got no
because,
finesse.
like I
They
said,
don't
go
know.
back to the parents. These parents is allowing YouTube, allowing these smartphones and what have you to raise their kids instead of the parents being involved in the kid's life. Okay? And this is why we have to go back to bygone days where we willing to make sacrifice, where we are willing to deal with delayed gratification for the sake of the family. And what I mean by sacrifice and delayed gratification, when you're in a marriage or in a relationship, sometimes somebody gonna have to sacrifice time at work, which should be the woman. Okay? It should always be the woman. Sacrifice time at work. Okay, I know we want to get this new Range Rover, but listen, I need you, baby, to go down to part-time so you can be around the kids more, invest in the kids more, monitor the kids more, and implement into their life what I teach y'all as a whole. So this is what you have to do. You have to make sacrifices. You have to have delayed gratification for the sake of the kids so you can stay on top of them, making sure that they don't become socially awkward, making sure that their mind is not taken up with social media and technology, where they're literally learning skills, where they're literally learning how to get more knowledge. Okay? Knowledge. That's why Malcolm X said without education, you go nowhere. And he's not talking about education from the school system. He talks about education on a broad perspective, on a broad spectrum. Like I got some kids right now. Every day at this, they get out of school. They don't go on their phone. They don't get into all social media. No, they sit down and they spend time reading books on real estate. They eating up. They eat it up. And they can talk about real estate. They can talk about the ins and outs about real estate probably better than some of these people that got real estate license. And one of them came to me and said, I can't wait till I get my license because I know this and that and that. I'm happy about it because we sit them down and say, no to social media, no to these cell phones. And you only going to get a certain allotment through the day to be on your cell phone. And they only allowed to be on their cell phone after school for an hour. That's it. And in my personal opinion, that's too long. But I want to make sure they have balance. You're not going to be doing all this studying. You're not going to be doing all this reading. I'm going to allow you to have some free time. But at the same time, the most important thing for you to have is knowledge. The most important thing for you to have is to be skilled in life.
I walk up to a female and be like, yeah.
What is What is that?
And then next thing you know, the
Yeah,
number,
yeah. But they don't have to do that because they could just now.
You know what's so weird to me? This is how guys talk to girls now. Like for me, I would have to talk to a girl and I really had to give her a little bit of conversation, not take up too much of her time, and get right to the point to where I could convince her, like, maybe we should go out, I can take you out, but I got to know, I know it's the window is like 30, 45 seconds maybe. Whereas now, guys just go up to a girl and be like, give me your Instagram.
Yeah, that's
and
what
the girl
it
will
is.
be like, all right, here, you can have my Instagram. And that's how they meet and that's how they exchange.
But you know what's even worse than that is like this had happened to me one time. Many of times this has happened. I'll be out and I'm seeing a person and they're like in the room with me for like an hour.
Yeah.
We're at an event. They're in the room with me for an hour.
Yeah.
You're standing there, you're staring at me, you have ample opportunity to talk to me. And
How you know they staring?
Because I can see them looking at me. I
So
feel them
you
in my
staring.
peripheral. No, I feel them, peripheral vision.
You keep like
No, I can feel it in my peripheral that someone is staring. I have my head on a
Pierce-
swivel, honey.
like-
I know when people are looking at me. I can feel it.
Like I told y'all, man, Paul Pierce, we want to know because behind closed doors, like I said, my personal opinion, I think Paul Pierce is dealing with us dark. So we want to know what you mean. Is you staring back?
I feel it.
and you want them to come say something?
I don't want anything. What I want is if you are gonna say something, do it in. I don't like a man.
Maybe a man like to admire from afar.
Listen to what I'm saying. Let me get to the point.
Okay,
So the point is this will happen, right? And then I'll get home and I'll get a DM from a man. Hey, I saw you tonight. You look so good. Da, 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 da. How are you? I wanted to come up to you. That's weird. You had an hour in a space with me to talk to me, to come
I
up
agree
to
with
me.
him.
I don't
to
think
I
ask
agree
me.
wholeheartedly.
It's weird.
And I know a lot of you simps gonna be like, hey, that ain't weird. That's because you're weak. You're weak. Your daddy didn't teach you nothing. But King Cutter Empire here is teach you that is weak. Okay? But let me let Paul Pierce talk. I want to see what he gonna say. Like I said, I'm watching this with y'all. Let me see what he say before I say what I'm gonna say.
It's
No, I
weird.
don't think that's
it's
weird.
so not. If you don't have the confidence to come up to me as a man, then I don't want to fuck with you.
No, so listen to this. You got to think about it like this. He might have saw you over there having fun with your friends. He might have seen a dude next to you. He didn't know if that was your dude or not. It's a lot of factors that go into this. I get what he was like. Whoever that is.
It will
is
be
saying.
situations.
So he was just like, I didn't want to come up to you because I seen a lot of it going on. You was in a section or there was people around. Because it ain't like you're going to be standing there looking like a deer in
No.
headlights.
It was
You know what I'm
this
saying?
situation has happened when I've been like literally standing next to the person. Like I was in Staples Center at a box. We're on the escalator this close together. Oh, here, opening the door for me. Here you go. Won't say
How
nothing.
did they know your name? And how
No idea. That's my point. It's weird. How are you finding
and like
me
I
on
said,
Instagram?
I agree with her. It's weird. That's a cycle. Okay? As a man that's masculine, you should never be afraid to step to a woman. Guys, you have to understand this. Rejection is part of being masculine. Until you guys understand this, you're always going to want to hide behind a phone or hide behind a computer and clickety clack, just like Azar said, because you have no confidence. You have no social skills. You have no, internal workings and mouth game to be able to talk to a woman and get her to lower down her blockades or lower down her guards where she then saying, here go my number, this, that, because you don't have no social skills. You don't have no confidence. You don't know how to talk about that. You don't know certain questions to ask women. You don't know how to get women to talking to the point where she start liking you. See, when you talking to a woman, if you ask her certain questions and get her to talking, that's going to make her like you if she don't have a man, because she has been put in a position where she able to talk to you without being judged and able to talk to you. And she going to be like, I like him. He don't mind listening. So it is weird. A lot of you guys, only time you got confidence is when you in the DMs. Only time you got confidence when you in instant message. Only time you got confidence when you emailing somebody or texting somebody. But when you right there in front of their face, you don't know what to say. You don't know how to win them over. You don't know how to have game, man. Maybe I need to start putting together some messages and videos on how to talk to a woman, because a lot of you guys don't know how to do it. You hide behind social media. And let me tell you this, guy, if you able to get a woman through social media and you start dealing with her because you DM her, I wouldn't even want to be with that woman, because that's too easy. If I'm able to build a relationship with a woman through social media, that's too easy. I'm not going to take her serious. Yeah, I might hit it. I might run through that, but I'm not going to take her serious. There's not nobody that's going to be put in a wifey position. Because when you're dealing with somebody in a wifey position, it happens organically. That's why the scriptures say, he that find a wife hath found a good thing and obtained favor from the Most High. And most of the time you find a wife when you are on your purpose, when you're moving for the Most High, not behind no fucking computer, clicky-clacking, and sending out sweet nothings through her DMs. That's weak, man.
doing all of that work, but you can't be like, hey, what's up? How are you tonight? Like, are you single? That's it.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You ain't never dated nobody just who you met off of Instagram?
I have. Yeah, I have. I've been in a. I have been with someone off.
Now
of
that's
Instagram.
weird.
Yes.
She
100%.
double talking. That's weird because she said that's weird, but yet it happened to you. That's why I say you can't pay attention to women what come out of their mouth, man. You can't, man. They just like that 2 forked tongue serpent in the wilderness.
Had a sexual relationship with somebody you met off Instagram?
What do you mean sexual? I've been in a relationship, a full-blown relationship off of someone I met off of Instagram. Yes.
Like sexual?
We were having sex. Yeah, we were in a relationship.
Okay. How
Like-
many times?
We were in a relationship. I was with this person like for
How many times have you done this?
like once. Yeah. One time. This internet stuff is new right now. Like you're not just
Internet
meeting
has
people.
been around
yeah,
since
but you're
like
not just
20 years
meeting
now.
people just straight up off the internet. I'm not meeting people
That's
just
the
straight
new
up.
norm.
Now. Yes,
It's been
but
the new
I
norm.
have.
It's been the new norm.
I've done that once before. Yes, I have done that. So yes, I have done
That's
that.
common.
But I didn't see this person in person. They didn't see me out and about. That's the difference. They found me on Instagram, hit me up, and then we created a relationship. I didn't go somewhere, see this person, have a
matter if
conversation,
it's both ways.
and
It
they
matter if
never
they
said
saw
anything.
you out, right? And then didn't say nothing to you, and then they get in your DMs, or if they was in your DMs without even meeting you, you know? And there's nothing wrong with it as far as meeting somebody on the DM, but I'm just saying me personally, I can't take no woman serious where I meet them through a DM and I start building a relationship with them. I hit it. And yeah, yes, it have been done. Yes, all of us have done it, but I'm just telling you from my perspective, I can't take that woman serious because in my mind, that person is easy. It's easy. And it ain't no telling how many people she then allowed to come in her DMs and do the same thing that you have done.
Have
Like,
you ever met somebody off of social media and then like hooked up with them the first night you met them?
no.
Like
I've
I
never
said,
done
Paul
that.
Pierce asking these questions because he's with her. No, y'all be stupid. He's with her. So he want to know these things.
What do you mean hooked up? Like had sex?
Like, you know, went somewhere, connected,
Yeah.
and like maybe like kissed and
Okay.
like the first night you met them, stuff like that. Like,
You're crazy.
no, I'm saying,
You have a problem. I don't
No,
need
listen.
everybody in my business. Have you? Like, what?
have I ever met somebody on Instagram, hooked up with them,
Met them. Yeah, met them on Instagram, hit them
Yeah.
up, went somewhere, went out and met them.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's good for you.
Yeah, it's fun. Don't
was
get me wrong,
popping.
it's fun.
Okay.
But that's all it is. It's fun. Okay? That's all it is. And you guys out here, you doing this and you try to build a relationship with these type of women. No, they are Instagram whores. They are Instagram 304s. And they all up and down the timeline. Okay? They are prostitutes. So don't take them serious.
That is
that was
wild.
exciting.
Okay.
It was kind of more exciting than going up to a girl, waiting for her to call you, meeting them, talking to them, waiting for them to call you, and then you set up a day 2 weeks later. Nah, Instagram, let's meet up. What you doing? What's up?
Okay.
Popping. That's the new normal.
And was that it? You never saw that person again, or y'all it was
We
cool?
hooked up a couple
See?
times.
All
They
right.
hooked up a
After
couple
that.
times because he knew not to take her serious. It was just fun. You know, just cutting out a lot of that bullshit. Far as I gotta sit down and go to the coffee shop with you, I gotta take you over here to whatever restaurants y'all like to go to and spend time in order just to get in the guts. And once I get in the guts, a lot of times Instagram is able to cut through a lot of bullshit to get what you want, and she get what she want, and y'all go on about y'all business.
Cool. Okay, so anyways. I'm crying. Okay, so anyways, Brian McKnight was on the internet and he basically said he was
D.
never.
McKnight is my boy.
Okay, yeah, he said he was never in love with his wife and he just was with her. He stayed with her for the kids, period, and he just was not feeling her none ever.
Not the beginning?
He said he was never in love with his wife.
Damn, that's crazy.
And so my thing is like, what do men be doing? Like, I just
But you
really
gotta
want to
understand,
know.
I can get what he's saying. Cause there's certain girls that dudes, like, you gotta understand, like, men are built different. We're not emotional creatures, you know. So like, he could just be like having sex with her and like the sex and be in love with that, but not in love with just her.
And you marry that?
People do that. Yeah, people do that. People, you act like men like they will be with a girl because of the sex. That's it. Don't like nothing.
Brian
like
McKnight is weak for that. As a man, guys, I want y'all to hear me out. A lot of stuff that women do, you shouldn't be doing. You should never go to social media or the internet about things that happen in your relationship or things that's going on in your relationship. That's female energy. That's why I say a lot of you guys, you are simps. You're just a female in a man's body. That's what females do. Females go to the internet and post shit and say things to get sympathy. Oh, it's okay. Especially for guys. Oh, he doing you like that. Oh, if I had you, like I said in the beginning of the video, they want to feel good about themselves because they're insecure. But as a man, you don't go to the internet outing stuff about your wife or your ex-wife, your woman or your ex-woman. You don't do that. That's weak. That's weak, man. Okay? And then for you to say you never loved the woman that you was married to, had kids for, that what is we talking about? What are we talking about? You have to love her to some extent for you to have kids with her. So guys, you need to stop this. If I was Brian McKnight, I would have never went to the internet, let nobody know nothing. Because that's just showing you, again, a character flaw with him. That's showing that he's weak. Guys, you love women. You never fall in love with a woman. You see this with Adam. That's why Adam messed up in the beginning, because instead of loving Eve properly, when you love somebody properly, you put them in their place. That's why the scripture said the Most High chastised those whom he loved. I know I'm going to the scripture right now, but I have to. The Most High chastised those whom you love. When you properly love somebody, you put them in their place. But when you are in love with somebody, you allow that person to run over you. You allow that person to do what they want to do. Why? Because when you're in love with somebody, you worship that person. So you love properly. You never fall in love with a woman.
they look and the sex, but then it's like, really, you dry or you know, I'm just like,
He talking about some debase things.
Conversation.
Talking about debase. Sex is good. Yeah, your body is good, woman. Them curves, them big breasts and that fat ass. Yes, all of that's good. But at the end of the day, that not going to get you no spot. So what is he talking about?
You ain't really, but the
Why
sex
would
is
you
cracking.
get into a whole, like, I could never imagine it, but also I'm not a man, so I'm not driven by sex. You know what I mean? Like, because personally, if I can't chop it down with you, kick it, hit it, vibe out, I cannot be with nobody. Like, I just feel like so miserable. And even in my past relationship, my 5-year
Women
relationship.
are more driven by sex than men.
No, that's not true.
That's 100%
Are you a woman?
true. That's 100%.
So you're a
true.
woman, so you know
Women
that.
are more driven
Are you a woman?
I'm gonna let him
Do you
finish
know
talking
that for a
because
fact?
I'm
Because
trying to
you're a
understand what is he going with this. Like I said, I'm watching this with y'all. I need to understand where he's going with this. To say a woman's more driven by sex than a man, this is crazy. This is crazy work. Paul Pierce don't know shit he talking about right here.
woman.
Fact.
How? You're not a woman.
I know
There's
that
no
for
way
a
you can
fact.
know that.
There's
You're
a
not a
100%
woman.
way I can know that.
That's so not true.
I'm gonna tell you why it's true.
I know you say this every single time.
Women are more driven by
'cause
sex
you're-
than men.
No. Driven by sex and
Driven by sex. Yes.
Why? Go ahead,
Women
say
are more affected by sex than men. This is what he should be saying. Not driven. A man is more driven by sex than a woman. And the reason for this is he got testosterone in his body. Okay? And because he have a higher percentage of that, that drives him in a lot of decisions that he make because he don't know how to control it. If you meet a woman that's more driven by sex than a man, something is broken about that woman. Something ain't right about that woman. And more than likely, she's a 3 or 4. Women are not driven by sex. Women are driven by their damn emotions, their feelings. Okay? They ain't driven by sex. They are affected by sex more than men, but man is more driven by sex than women. So what the hell is Paul Pierce talking about?
Take the point again.
Because the sex is everything to a woman in a relationship.
That's such a lie.
It's such not
The
a lie.
sex is on the lowest totem pole in a
If
relationship.
sex is on the lowest total pole,
then why when a man cheats
and
is
why
it
if a
going to
man go
ruin
out
the
and have sex with
relationship?
another lady,
Yeah,
it's
that's
over.
that's
Okay, I see
that's
where you're
Because
trying to
sex
go
what
is
you're
a high.
saying.
But again, he should be saying women is affected by sex more than men. Okay? And that's true. They are affected by sex more than a man. Man can go out there and have sex and it don't pretty much do anything to him because of the testosterone. But yeah, I see the point you're making, but he should be saying women are affected by sex more than men. And that's true. Women not driven by, but they're affected by sex. That's why when you go cheat on them, they are affected by it because why? Like I said, the sex is tied to their emotions, not by being driven by it. It's tied to their emotions because women still have not come to the realization of male nature. Male nature. They don't understand that man can sleep with a woman and have no feelings for that woman at all. Even though he may be releasing oxytocin and dopamine and whatnot, the feelings, but it's eradicated by the testosterone within a man's body. Okay? It make him not pair-bound and make him not have no type of feelings. It's just like giving that sexual energy off of him, and he look at that woman as disgusted, and he going back to his woman like, okay, this and that. All right? Because a lot of guys, when they be sleeping with these women, they be like, all right, I got this off. And then sometimes men be looking like, man, what the heck, man? You know.
Level.
What you're saying is driven by sex is different. My motivating factor for being with a man is not sex. Most women don't even come statistically from being with a man. Like, what are you talking about? If that was the driving factor for women, a lot of women wouldn't even be in a relationship.
Right here, because it's a known fact that a lot of women do not have an orgasm with men. So if they was driven by sex, then a lot of women be out here cheating on the man. I do understand we're living in a different society, but even if you go back to the 60s and 70s, the women that was loyal to their men, it's always been reported a lot of women don't have an orgasm through intercourse, okay? So you can't say they're driven by sex. No, they are driven by their emotion and their feelings. Okay? And when you as a man realize this, how you make a woman feel, how you appease to her emotions, that's how you get to her mind. And once you get her mind, you got her soul. Okay? That's why a lot of you guys don't know how to imprint a woman, because you underneath the illusion like Paul Pierce that women are driven by sex. No, they're not driven by sex. Their best sex that they have with a man is when their emotions are involved, when they are emotionally attached to somebody, but they're not driven by sex. They are driven by the whimsicality and capriciousness of their emotions and feelings. That's why it's hard for a lot of you guys to understand the duplicit nature of a woman. You look at her and say, she's saying this, but she acting this way. Why? Because she's dealing with the duplicity of her nature, which is driven by her emotions and by her feelings. Come on, guys.
You're telling me that that's the driving factor. That's not the most important thing for a woman in a relationship. And I promise you that. I have homegirls. We talk intimately, more intimately and raw than you can imagine. I'm a woman. And I'm telling you right now, that is not the highest thing for most women. You're not thinking, oh my God, the sex. Yes, the sex isn't a factor. But for me and a lot of women, the sex is good because you love that man. The sex is exciting because you're like, damn, I want to please him. I'm enjoying this because I love him and I rock with him so heavily and I'm into him.
I'm telling you, once you
that's why
how to imprint a woman, you get her mind, you get her soul, she get more pleasure in sex of making you bust and come hard than her having her own orgasm. See, a lot of you guys, you need to go read my book, Alpha Diaries, Volume 1, The Keys to Being a Self-Sufficient Man and Leader Within a Relationship. I teach you all of that in that book. When you imprint on woman, she becomes so engaged with you. She becomes so emotionally attached to you that she get more pleasure off making you come hard, man. But anyway, I got to end this. I got somewhere to be. All right, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I may come back and finish the video, reacting to the video. Again, fair use to Paul Pierce and Azar. All right, peace.